Opus is the 2025 American film written and directed by Mark Anthony Green, his first feature length, actually, and it stars Edebiri, John Malkovich, and Juliette Lewis. So the plot follows here a young up and coming journalist, hand selected, along with a handful of other people, to a listening party for a new album from a 90s pop star coming out of retirement. When things start to take a strange turn, she starts to wonder if the new album is the real reason they were even all brought here. Now, I'm not going to waste too much time here before I just say I did not really like this movie. That said, it's not terrible, and it is a well-made film. It does some things that work, but it also does a ton of things that don't. I'm going to try and be fair here, though, and I'll start with what I did like. First, I really have to give some credit to Mark Anthony Green. I mean, this is his first film, and, he not only directed it, but like I said, he wrote it. You also get some really cool touches early on, which for me was kind of a double-edged sword, but I absolutely loved the title card and the reveal of it. Very cool and totally unique. And then you get one of the most hilarious and clever opening credit sequences, which is like isolated slow-motion shots of dancing mega fans at one of John Malkovich's characters' concerts. The first few are women, and it's super funny, but then you get some male fans. And hey, man, I get it. I get it. Fandom hits me hard also, but the male fans are by far the funniest. And being a massive music fan and having always had an interest in writing and journalism, I like the plot here. I really do, at least on a surface level. It's in the details, I think, where this loses me. The listening party takes place at Alfred Moretti's compound. Alfred Moretti is John Malkovich's character, and he's known for being an eccentric dude, and he has all these people living there, and it's a bit culty, if you will. In fact, he also follows some weird religion called the Levelists. And back to things here that I liked. I really liked Ayo Edebiri, and I'm sorry if I'm saying her name wrong, as the lead. Her character's name is Ariel, and she's by far the youngest of the group, which of course puts her at a disadvantage, but she's by far my favorite character, and her performance, by far my favorite performance in this entire film. And that includes John Malkovich's, which, I mean, that's got to be saying a lot. She just kind of represents the kind of people that I'm drawn to. She's sweet. She works hard, despite any disadvantages that she has. You just believe in her. My girlfriend actually really liked her too, and she said that she got 60s vibes from her with her style, her hairstyle and stuff like that, which is something I probably wouldn't have picked up on. But yeah, we both really liked her and her performance. And I think she's the star of the show here, which, like I said, is cool to say about a fucking John Malkovich film. And speaking of Malkovich, definitely an interesting performance as well. Look, I mean, he's a great actor. He's a legend. And I'm a fan. And he does everything here impeccably well. But ultimately, his character doesn't do a ton for me in the end. He nails, that mysterious cult status having musician. And he does seem to be having a ton of fun here, especially during a specific scene that required an intimacy coach. And it's a pretty fun scene to watch. Juliette Lewis is here, playing Juliette Lewis, and that is absolutely fine with me. Her character's hilarious, and it's exactly like something she would have done 20 years ago. So she hasn't missed a beat. All other performances here are good, in my opinion, but nothing great. Mind you, a lot of these characters are supposed to be completely unlikable. But last, and certainly not least, what ultimately fails for me is the script. It attempts some pretty large twists and turns, but it ultimately falls short. So I'm giving Opus a 5.5 out of 10. I really didn't care much for this, but, as I said, I did like some aspects of it. It goes for big, but just doesn't quite get there. I honestly feel bad for Mark Anthony Green, seeing this is his first feature, and he clearly put a ton of work into this, and I hope that, this doesn't fuck up his career, because so far it looks like a pretty huge flop. They are not even on par to make their money back on this, so it's going to be a loss, which is a terrible, terrible thing for a first-time director. So I really hope that he can push forward after this, because I think he does have some things to say, and he's clearly a talented dude. Cheers, guys, and I'll see you at the multiplex.